What if I told you that there's a secret hidden right before your eyes? A secret that's so profound that it would shatter the very foundations of your reality and change the way that you saw the world forever. The truth about what you are and what we all are. Would you want to know that truth? Or would you choose ignorance? Truth versus ignorance, that's been the great battle that's been waged throughout history, and it's been symbolized in religion as the serpent and the fruit of knowledge in the Garden of Eden. But today, we're going to journey into the depths of ancient wisdom, arcane knowledge, and reveal the ultimate truth, that all of us, we're God. As we delve into the philosophies and religions and occult teachings, we'll unravel a grand deception that keeps humanity in the dark. Are you ready? If you want to know, then let's begin. But first, make sure you like and subscribe, as I'll be releasing more hidden knowledge on my channel that you won't find anywhere else. And if you ever felt like you've learned something from my work, support on Patreon to access members-only videos every week. You can also support by hitting the join button right below this video. Thousands of years ago, ancient philosophers from various cultures pondered about the nature of existence, and their wisdom has been preserved throughout the ages, and it's been hinting at the idea of our divinity. Now, one of these groups was the ancient Indian sages who wrote the Upanishads, which are sacred Hindu texts. In the Upanishads, there's an idea called Brahman, and Brahman is the ultimate unchanging reality beyond the physical world. In fact, the physical world relies on Brahman for its existence. It's the eternal force of the universe and the source of everything. It's the infinite foundation of our existence and all things. In the Western tradition, Brahman is what we would call God. One of the Upanishads, the Mundaka Upanishad, says this: "One who knows Brahman becomes Brahman." This ancient wisdom is suggesting that if we understand the true nature of reality and our own essence, we can realize our own divinity. In other words, our divinity is rooted in truth and knowledge, understanding. The Upanishads teaches that our eternal individual self, called the Atman, is a reflection of Brahman within each of us. When we understand that the Atman and Brahman are one, we can move past the illusion of being separate from the source of existence and experience the ultimate truth. Our true selves are divine. The Upanishads teach that the Atman, the eternal self, must realize and understand that it is Brahman. In other words, that the self, the soul, must realize that it is God. But this ancient wisdom isn't just found in the East alone. The Greek philosopher Plotinus believed that the highest form of reality is the One, the source of all things, and that humans are capable of reuniting with this divine source through a process of spiritual purification. Plotinus said, "This all is universal power of infinite extent and infinite in potency, a God so great that all his parts are infinite. Name any place and he is already there. Looking outward, we see many faces. Look inward, and all is one head. If a man could but be turned about, he would see at once God and himself and the all." Here Plotinus is hinting that by knowing ourselves, we can become gods. See, throughout history, secret societies and occult teachings have claimed to hold the keys to unlocking our true nature. The Gnostic Christians believed that salvation didn't come from faith, but from acquiring secret knowledge, or gnosis, and they revered the divine spark within each individual and believed that we could be united with the eternal light of the pleroma. The philosopher and mystic Ibn Arabi said, "God sleeps in the rock, dreams in the plant, stirs in the animal, and awakens in humanity." But why would knowledge like this be kept hidden from the masses? Could it be that powerful forces, such as organized religion, governments, and ruling elites, have sought to keep the population in a state of ignorance and fear in order to maintain their control over humanity? See, many influential figures from history warned us about the dangers of a society where information is controlled and manipulated, ultimately keeping the people in the dark. The philosopher and social critic, Noam Chomsky, has written a lot about media manipulation and how it can create false beliefs. Chomsky believes that the media is like a tool used by the powerful elite to make sure that we stay uninformed and misinformed. This control helps maintain their grip on society and stops people from questioning what's really going on. They distract and maintain a constant state of fear and ignorance in the population. Aldous Huxley, who's best known for his book Brave New World, warned us about what the dangers of a society would be in which people are kept clueless and where they're easily controlled controlled by those at the top. He believed that the masses could be tricked into loving their imprisonment. John Taylor Gatto, the American author and teacher, believed that the school system is all about creating obedient citizens who follow the rules and never question the people in charge. Instead of teaching them to think independently and challenging what they're told, they teach a message of conformity. He wrote, "Schools are intended to produce, through the application of formulas, formulaic human beings whose behavior can be predicted and controlled." But one of the major forces keeping humanity in the dark is religion. I grew up in a strict Christian household, and I was taught that I and all of humanity are fundamentally broken. This doctrine of original sin, which teaches that humans are born flawed and in need of redemption, is a powerful psychological mechanism that keeps humanity in a perpetual state of fear and ignorance, making them easy to manipulate. Mainstream religion strips you of your divinity by, rather than teaching that you are God, teaches you that you are damaged and that there's an unbridgeable gap between you and God. The great philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once warned, "God is dead, God remains dead, and we have killed him. Must we ourselves not become gods simply to appear worthy of it?" Nietzsche's warning is a call for humanity to awaken to its true potential, that we have the ability to strike down the idea of a creator God, and to fill the nihilistic void left, we should become the most actualized and powerful versions of ourselves. The Swiss psychologist Carl Jung urged us to seek our own inner divinity, saying, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." This awakening of consciousness is the key to unlocking our divine essence. We are finally entering into an era where humanity is beginning to see through the veil of ignorance and realize what they are. And as more and more people awaken to their true nature, we're witnessing a global transformation. The question is, how can we access this hidden truth within ourselves? Well, throughout history, mystics and sages have provided us with various paths to enlightenment. From meditation and yoga to the mystical practices of the Kabbalah, these spiritual disciplines have claimed to guide countless seekers towards the ultimate realization of their divine nature. As the great poet and mystic Rumi once said, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." But the truth is that we need to go beyond mysticism. Mysticism and intuition alone doesn't have all the answers. We need to understand reality and our divine nature rationally and logically, and that's exactly what meta-rationalism is all about. See, meta-rationalism is about understanding the metaphysical domain rationally. We can understand the metaphysical domain with even more rigor than science understands the physical domain. We don't need faith and we don't need blind belief. We can understand through logic and reason. The truth is, our reality isn't actually physical at all. This is a mathematical reality, a reality of frequency patterns, and we aren't our bodies. We are all eternal minds that are made up of complex systems of mathematical frequencies. Our entire existence and the world around us are generated from a grand cosmic equation. As Pythagoras said, all is number, and number rules the universe. Existence is a universal mind, expressed as a multiplicity of eternal minds, which are complex mathematical systems of energy that are exploring its various transformations. As we evolve across various incarnations, we're slowly awakening to what we are, which is reality coming to know itself through itself. This is what it means to say that Atman must realize it is Brahman, that one who looks inward sees God, the all, and himself, and that God sleeps in the rock, dreams in the plant, stirs in the animal, and awakens in humanity. Intuition can be a great hint towards what we are, but we must also understand through reason as well. Now we return to the question that's been with us since the beginning. What's the truth about what you are? Well, the answer lies within the culmination of all the wisdom and knowledge that we've explored today, from the ancient philosophers to the mystics and the occultists. One truth resonates throughout the ages, and by using meta-rationalism, that one truth can be known logically and rationally. That truth is that you are God and we are all God. This ultimate realization has the power to liberate us from the shackles of fear and ignorance and propel humanity into a new era of enlightenment and self-discovery. In the words of the great mystic Meister Eckhart, the eye through which I see God is the same eye through which God sees me. My eye and God's eye are one eye, one seeing, one knowing, one love. The battle of truth versus ignorance is all around us as humanity struggles to rub the sleep from its eyes and wake up to what it is. Just as the serpent said in the garden, if you eat from the tree of knowledge, you'll become like God. So the question is, what do you choose? Ignorance or truth? Submission or divinity? We're here to create a new humanity and a new earth. Join us. If you like my work, check out my other videos like this one on a declassified CIA document that reveals that you are God.